XRP has been holding up extremely well through the wake of this recent sell-off. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys what my thoughts and perspectives on XRP's price action moving forward, why I think that this is actually looking very similar to the Bitcoin bottom at 3,200, and why we could actually be seeing XRP going up very soon. Hello everybody! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. We got some really exciting things to cover today about XRP. It's been a little while since my last update, and so I know the XRP community is looking for that update. Today, we're going to look at some of my thoughts and perspectives and really just help you guys to understand my thoughts moving forward. If you're a new guy getting into these markets and you want some extra study guide, I do have a free ebook that's linked in the description that you guys can download. This is really solid because I put a lot of information that helped me to become profitable inside of these markets, and so I actually want to give that to you guys for free today. Once again, go ahead and download that. And I also wanted to mention that I will have an offer coming on at the very end of this video for the people that wait that long, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. With all that being said, guys, we got a lot of really exciting stuff to cover in today's video, so without further ado, let's jump right into it today. Alrighty guys, so first things first, there's a couple big important updates that I want to talk to you guys about today. With XRP, I just wanted to go over some price action, give you guys my all-around thoughts and perspectives with what we're seeing here. Now you guys are going to know that I've been labeling this little box here as our resistance, as our support. It's really acted as both, and this has been my big important level that I've been watching for, right? So this was resistance here. We consolidated after the SEC lawsuit. We ended up flipping that as support. And really, we've just been kind of consolidating around ever since then. We did come back down, retest this box as support once again. And so that makes me want to come back to this point again, talk about what I'm seeing right now. And what I'm seeing reminds me so much of what we saw with Bitcoin back in its correction. Once we bottomed at 3,200, went up to 14K, and 14K back down to 3,800, right? It reminds me a lot of that same type of price action. So if we come over here and look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin came down, it crashed from 6K, went all the way to 32, and then that's where we kind of rounded out here for 3 months, and then we had that big relief bounce back up into that summer. We peaked at 14K, and then we started this type of a corrective structure, and it's the corrective structure that reminds me so much of what we saw with XRP, and really that structure goes like this. So let's move this over here, and let's talk about it. So Bitcoin, it made this descending resistance, it consolidated here, it bounced off that resistance a number of different times. Finally, we did get deviation from that trend line and we broke out of it, but that was just a bull trap and we ended up falling back down to another low. It's almost the same stuff that we're seeing with XRP today. And even though, guys, yes, this is a much bigger move inside of Bitcoin up, it's more parabolic than this type of move, but it's not meant to be exact. It's meant to share with you guys how price action resembles itself. And what we can see here is pretty much the same thing. You know, we ride down this trend line. We make lower lows, lower highs. Finally, we kind of consolidate around this bottom. This would be kind of right this area. And then we get that breakout. Only this is a false breakout. And then we end up selling for one more big sell-off. And it looks almost the exact same as what we saw with COVID for Bitcoin. And not only that, but even if we look at the market structure, after we bottomed from COVID, Bitcoin kind of trended up a little bit, chopped here. And then we ended up started going back up again and we completed that V bottom. Now, where we're at right now for XRP looks very much the same. Now, this is the point in the cycle where things look really scary, right? Because right now, as it stands, if we drew our resistance level, we're still below resistance. This technically is a lower high. And that's something we need to understand here is there is going to be a bearish perspective. Even though I'm sharing with you guys the bullish perspective, there is always a bearish perspective here. We can see that this was resistance, technically it was support over here, support. We sold through that, and now we're below it as resistance, and it looks like we could be getting rejected. So there is the potential that this is bearish, but in the same sense, you know, Bitcoin kind of had that same thing here, where we were right below it, we were kind of consolidating at this level, but then we ended up flipping it as support. And so I'm wondering if we're going to do the exact same thing again. And what we do next is this move here, right? And so for XRP, that would look something like this. Right? And then we keep going up. And so this is something I'm watching just based off of the price action. To me, it reminds me so much of the Bitcoin consolidation after the COVID correction. I think that we could be right here. Obviously, if we start dropping again, then we should be targeting new lows. That's just the most obvious way to play this market. But this type of a sell-off, normally these types of sell-offs aren't sustainable. Normally, it's capitulation like we saw here with COVID. This was a very strong sell-off. but that dip was immediately bought back up and we ended up going up again. And so this is pretty much the same way. You know, this dip has been pretty much completely bought up. Now we're having a little bit of a correction here. I kind of think that this is looking a little bit more bullish, like we're going to break up. And so I just wanted to give you guys this little update, share with you guys some basic price action with XRP. Now let's actually dive into the bigger time frames and talk about some things that we're seeing here. Let's remove all the drawing tools and let's just talk about some basic levels. Because honestly, guys, let's go to the market cap. I think that this is going to be a better chart. And when we actually come over here and take a look at the market cap, you guys are going to start to understand why I've been so bullish on this. We've pretty much consistently been at this level in this stable coin area for a very long time. And now, in my opinion, because we had this big move off, we corrected back down after the lawsuit and smashed on this support again, and now we're getting continuation once more. I don't expect that we're going to be coming back down to retest this level anymore. I honestly expect that this correction is going to end pretty close to where we're at, and then we're going to be heading upwards of about 50 billion in market cap. Now, that 50 billion threshold is going to be right here. I honestly think that it's going to come and hit this previous lower high, which is going to be about 46 bill. So that's what I'm going to be watching out for the next target. I think that we're going to be hitting upwards of that, guys, because here's the thing. This move down here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave impulse. What we had that followed was our ABC correction, A, B, C. And now we're getting further continuation from that. This move here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we got a correction back down here. In my opinion, what that tells me is that this is the 1 of the 3. And then we're going to get the 3 of the 3. You know, we come up to here, come back down a little bit. Then we're going to get a 5 of the 3 still, right? And so we're going to be making some big moves up. I honestly think this is the part where we're going to start to see XRP going parabolic. We've already broken out of the resistances. You know, this was our resistance for a long time. This recent move back here, this big breakout where we went to like 90 cents, that was the breakout of that resistance, right? We've sold off and a lot of people got bearish, but that sell-off came right onto support. This is a support and a resistance flip. That's all it ever was. That's why I didn't get bearish. That's why I actually bought a whole Bitcoin worth of XRP down here. It's because I knew it was a perfect buy. I knew it was a good setup, and so I just kind of stuck with that trading plan in my analysis. And now, you know, we've had some very nice impulses up. Even though we are in this little bit of a corrective move, I don't think that this is really going to be a nasty correction where we're going to go all the way back down to support. I think it's a little bit more likely that we're going to bottom pretty much where we're at, like I shared with you guys on the shorter time frames. And if we actually draw a line over here, this, in my opinion, is a really strong support level, right? So let's delete these up here so it's easier to tell what the hell's going on. And let's make this one green for support. So, for example, this level, 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 and now we're kind of falling back onto this as support. I don't think we're going to break below this, and if we do, it'll be short-lived, and we're going to reclaim it. That's my personal belief. That's my personal thoughts and perspective. Obviously, do your own research, and this isn't financial advice. It's just what I'm doing with my trading plan, and I personally see this as being bullish. I think that we're going to hold support off of this level. This is really the next level. This is really the next level that we had to make it above. And so now that we're above that, you know, I'm going to be bullish and I'm going to be targeting for higher highs from here. So anyways, guys, I wanted to give you guys this basic XRP analysis. I know I haven't talked about it for a little while. Nothing really has changed overall. I did see a lot of people getting a little bit more shaken out, which is why I wanted to tell you guys about this little update here. The price action to me on the short time frames looks bullish. It reminds me of a cycle we've already seen with Bitcoin. And so for that, I'm going to play that cycle. If I'm wrong, I can rethink my trading plan. If I'm right, then we're bullish and making money. So either way, guys, if you waited to the end of this video, I wanted to tell you guys how you can sign up for the offer. Now, in my Discord, I offer 2 different packages. I offer the video course and I offer the signals. The video course is going to teach you guys how to trade using technical analysis, all the drawing I do on charts, inside of a 20-part video series. And then on the contrary, I also offer the signals. And the signals are the ability to copy my entire long-term portfolio, follow every trade that I take over the cycle, any NFTs, any DeFi picks, low cap, mid cap, high cap, every trade that I take, all the analysis gets posted inside of the Discord for my VIPs, where you guys can actually partake of that inside of the signals. Now, you guys can purchase them together or separate. If you can only pick one, I always recommend going with the signals first because that's the way for you guys to make the most money in this cycle, following what I'm doing with my money. So if this sounds interesting, you guys, links are provided for you in the description. One final thought before we wrap up the video is if you don't want to actually pay for my VIP stuff, I do have a free ebook that's linked in the description as well. Not going to cost you anything, but I put a lot of really good free information in there that I know is going to help you because it helped me out tremendously when it came to becoming profitable. So links are provided for you in the description. Go ahead and check out my VIP stuff or download my free ebook. And with all that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.